Please remain calm.
Jesus.
And remain seated at all times. Our amazing judge, Mr. Alex, will come down here shortly. Please.
Introducing the Honorable Judge Alex.
Is he in a corporate meeting?
DD's supposed to
I think
say
that was it.
Yeah, that was it. What do you mean?
Okay, that was
Come
it.
on down.
I'm
Mr.
gonna
Alex.
record this. This is so scoffed.
Silent, you guilty man.
You can't prove that.
We're going to.
Bitch, you wants
Yeah,
me to
we're
come down
going-
there and do it right now? Oh, hold on a sec. I'm just kidding. Hold on a second.
He's threatening me.
All right,
So-
you may all be seated if you are able. If you're not able, you can continue standing. That's also fine. All right, as the bailiff mentioned, this is case number 0001, probably the only case because everyone else except for Racc is so well behaved. We will start with the prosecution today. Prosecution, will you please give your opening statement?
Your Honor, gentlemen of no jury. This man is very bad, and he should be beheaded. Thank you.
What?
What is he?
Off
Okay,
of his head.
let's start here.
Present the
Prosecution.
charges.
Yes, prosecution.
For
What is the defense being charged with?
Hoarding items, and just in general recklessness of the server.
Recklessness of the server. All right, defense. You may now begin your opening statements towards those claims.
So for the first charge, I would like to know what I'm being charged of hoarding or stealing. I'm not really sure what I'm being accused of, but I have an idea that you might have the wrong person and that I'm innocent. And it wasn't me, and I know who it was.
Understand. Okay. Now that the opening statements have terribly been delivered, we'll go back to the prosecution. Prosecution, what exactly are you charging the defense with? You're saying hoarding items and being otherwise reckless within the server. Can you elaborate on that charge or those charges?
Yes, Your Honor. To elaborate on the recklessness of the server, there were obviously some cows missing from the farm, and the entire field of Your Honor has been turned from potatoes, carrots, a beautiful, diverse farm, into specifically wheat.
Interesting. Do you have any witnesses to call to the stand on any of those claims?
Your Honor, I call you to the witness stand.
Pick someone else.
God, fuck. Cookie, you witnessed Alex getting pissed. I
Great.
call you to the witness stand.
Okay. Great. Is this the witness stand?
Yes.
Hi, everyone.
Now, Mr. Cookie,
Yeah.
raise your right hand
Um,
and say, will you tell the truth? Nothing but the truth? Everything but the truth?
I will
Everything
tell.
but
I will tell only the truth.
Truth?
Anything but the
Everything
truth,
but the
and only the truth.
you solemnly swear?
I solemnly swear.
Alright, great.
I'm so
Alright.
conflicted to believe anything that's about to happen.
So, Mr. Antonio,
Yeah.
in your witness statement, it says specifically, I witnessed Alex very disgusted at how his field was treated when he
Uh-huh.
was off the server.
Uh-huh.
Do you recall this?
I do.
Yeah, that's all I need, thanks. Shit.
Do you want me to elaborate?
Yes, I would
Okay.
like you to elaborate.
Yeah, so when we logged on today at around 10 in the evening, Alex noticed that his field was all wheat. There were also like carrots and a variety of other crops, but it was only wheat. It was only wheat for some reason. This is no good for diversity in the community for reasons of fighting biodiversity, simplicity, failures.
Thank you, Mr. Antonio. The
Yes.
defense may question the witness.
Defense, do you have or do you wish to question this witness at all?
Sure, I'll take a stab at it.
Go ahead. You may approach the
Mr.
bench.
Antonio.
Hi.
Bailiff. Oh, actually, just kidding. He already was sworn in. Never mind. Continue defense.
Alright, Mr. Antonio. what other than the captain's disgust proved that it was me that destroyed the diversity in the field?
Because who's throwing things? Order the. Wait, no, that's your job.
Order in the court. No throwing things. Continue.
Because Silent, you specifically noticed what armor are you wearing? You have full diamond armor. So
Do I?
it is yes.
Oh my god.
So it is clear.
Bum bum bum.
It is clear you have been playing on the server for a very long and extended period of time. No one else is picking up the claim of full wheat in Captain's Field. And we figure that because you have so many other materials and have touched so many other things, it seems, around your area, we can only assume it is one person. Yourself.
You would laugh. Also, since this court is corrupt, I would like to add a charge. Playing on the server
What?
when no one else is.
Well, that's not a charge. That is No.
No, that's a
sustained.
perfectly
Sustained.
fine
I have a defense to
No,
that.
No.
Cookie left the server on, therefore it was able to play.
Correct.
There.
That is sustained.
Cookie forgot to shut the server off, therefore I was playing.
The precedent was set that we should all be here at the same time, and it is clear that you said yourself that I forgot to turn the server off, so you were in the know that you were not supposed to be on the server.
Why is he doing a better job as a lawyer than I am?
Because
Because
This court is rigged.
No shit.
Kangaroo court.
Skill
Okay,
issue.
I have one more question. How do you know that I was the only one that was on the server in the group's absence?
I have logs.
Really?
damn.
Oh, you might as well give up now.
I believe your logs are false.
Okay.
Alright,
No,
matter.
Prove that.
Defense. I have a question for you. So who else are you inferring is on the server on off times?
I have another person
Do you have a,
that I know.
do you have a suspicion or
No,
an
I have a
evidence?
100% guarantee that they were on the server.
And who is it? You know what? We'll carry on in a minute. Do you have any other questions for this witness?
No, I do not.
Very well. Cookie, you are dismissed back to the jury.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, we will follow up that questioning. We're gonna go. We will now address the defense directly. Defense, you just mentioned that there's someone else playing on the server. Is this member who has been playing a member of Captain's Hour?
I don't believe so.
And how do you know this person?
Personally.
And how are they personally to you?
Sibling.
A sibling. Okay, so can you tell the? You know what? Fuck it. Get the fuck up here. I'm gonna question you. Get up.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Bailiff.
I was already sworn in, like twice.
We're doing it again. You're on the bench now. It's different.
Please raise your right hand. And do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, nothing but the truth,
And not
Yes.
the truth.
and not the truth?
You.
All right, great. Thanks.
All right, Mr. Racc. I have a
Yes.
question.
Okay.
For you. So,
Okay.
so your sibling. So, what was the conversation like when you mentioned that there's a Minecraft server?
I believe he might have played Among Us with us once, but he plays TT and he's in the TT server.
Uh huh.
So he's not like a complete stranger, but
Right, not a complete stranger. Okay.
okay, yeah.
So, what was the conversation like? Was it like, hey, you can just walk us through regarding how they came to get on the server? That's all.
Okay, so back when we were like playing regularly on the server, I was trying to persuade him to come onto the server and like help me out because he likes Minecraft a lot, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was trying to persuade him to come on the server, but he was playing something else, and so he never thought about it, whatever.
Mhm.
And it was shortly after like the last time that we played together, he asked me about it, and so I gave him the information, whatever, and
Mhm.
he got on. And so I wasn't playing on it too much, but occasionally when I got on it, I was seeing he was making progress. And
Now,
yeah,
what kind of progress would you say? What would you classify as progress?
Well, he was sharing my house for a little bit, and he was doing some mining and just searching for more items. I'm pretty sure that he's the one that got this armor from me.
Okay. Now, when you say he was sharing your house, how, like, can you elaborate on what, like, he was sharing? Because he might just be in the space, but what exactly is he sharing within your residence?
He was just like chests and stuff like that, just
Okay.
items
Okay.
and such.
So he has. Does he have diamond armor also?
I believe so. Yes,
Okay.
likely.
So let's start with the beginning stages of coming into the server. Like he's gonna need a lot of food and stuff like that, right? Would you agree that someone needs a lot of food when they're beginning?
I suppose.
I suppose. Okay. Did you at any time ever witness your brother decimating my field of crops?
I did not.
You did not. Okay. So there wasn't anyone else. Would you say that you decimated my field of crops? Is that a fair conclusion?
I did tend to the field. Yes.
And when you say tend to the field, what exactly did you do to that field?
I just harvested and replanted.
Did you
But I
replant?
pretty
Excuse me. Did you replant the exact same crops from the positions that you harvested?
Yes.
You did. So by what you're saying, that there should be 2 rows of carrots, there should be 2 rows of potatoes, and there should be about 8 rows of wheat, is what you're saying.
False.
Okay. Can you elaborate on
I
that?
believe there was 1 row of carrots and 1 row of I think potatoes or
Mhm.
pumpkins, whatever, and then the rest of it was wheat.
Okay.
But there was 1 row of carrots that was like closest to your little ATC tower thingy. Yep. Yep.
Okay. So you're saying that the last time you came on the server, there was only 1 row of each of those other crops other than wheat. Is that correct?
Thank you. To my knowledge, yes.
To your knowledge, okay. Well, to my
That's how
knowledge,
I
there.
replanted that.
God, okay. So to my knowledge, there are 2 rows of each diverse crop because I use them for other things like feeding the animals and crafting things like that. So, and would you say, since the last witness affirmed that the only other person that has been here is you, and you're affirming the only other person that's been here is your brother, you would then go to say as far as that your brother is likely the one who planted only wheat, because today when we all logged on together, there was only wheat in that field and nothing else.
I don't have any recollection of him like directly messing with that field, but there is evidence that he was on the server.
Right.
Choice of words there.
It is a very interesting conclusion, because we've concluded that yes, he shares chests with you in your residence.
Yep.
Which is also interesting because this court did upon going to the communal test also see that there was no beef remaining in the chest, which is highly suspect because it is typically one of the first meats that I usually stock. So
That
when
I
your
have
brother-
no knowledge of.
When your brother was first making progress, as you claimed, did you observe him eating any beef by any chance?
Don't believe so. I
Understood.
think his top thing to eat was pumpkin pies and baked potatoes.
Understand.
Is
Okay.
what he had a lot of.
So that is an interesting statement that you just made, because upon obtaining a search warrant for your property, we discovered over 250 bushels of wheat,
All right.
over 150 bushels of
Let's
potatoes, and
Wow.
several other in the hundreds of these
Bushels?
crops and things that I grow, including over 200 bushels of mutton chops, which is also very interesting. The evidence is in the chat. Yes, these things were all found in your residence, and
How much
given
is
that
a bushel?
it's about 1, but given that given that all of these items were found and seized from your property, would you agree? Excuse me. Excuse me. It's very
That
rude.
wasn't me.
Would you agree with the conclusion that the items found in the chest within someone's residence are their responsibility?
I suppose so.
Okay. Well, it's a yes or no, sir. Do you agree or disagree with that? The statement of items found within your chest and your property are your responsibility.
Sure.
Sure. Okay. So we can conclude that there were a plethora of items that were harvested and stored in your chest that were neglected from the community, and that the fields somehow that are only, when we logged on, again, we only saw wheat, and there was over like 200, 300 bushels. Again, that's a one. That's one. A bushel is one. But there was 300 to 400 bushels of wheat found in your chest that I had to take back because most of them were missing from my own chest. It's a little strange. So that is to say that these abundant sources of resources that could have benefited the whole community were only in your chest, either by action of yourself or your brother.
I did take surplus of wheat whenever
Uh-huh.
I know you're keeping like certain amount of rows in the community chest of each item. Once those are full, I took the surplus to my house, to my storages,
A
and
surplus
it
of
was
400?
mainly. What's that?
A surplus of 400?
Yeah, usually I was just whenever I was bored, I was always checking that, and bread was the biggest thing that I ate,
Okay.
and so I was constantly harvesting the wheat.
And 64 mutton chops, bushels of mutton chops.
I can explain that too. Right behind my house, my brother
Is a
had
farm.
a.
Right.
You good? Yes.
Okay.
That wasn't me.
Okay. So
I
that was
can
your
explain.
So that was your brother for sure.
The mutton chops. Yes, he had a
Yeah.
farm back there because
Okay.
he was harvesting wheat, or
All right.
not
That,
wheat,
that,
wool.
that right. That checks out. That's fine. Okay. So the mutton chops are okay. Now, can you tell me about the carrots?
The
Talk to me
carrots I
about
have no
carrots.
fucking clue about.
Yeah, that might also be your brother because I found a shit ton of carrots also in your chest, and there were no more carrots. Or sorry, there are no more potatoes. Potatoes specifically, there were only 3 potatoes for the rest of the server in all the communal chests. So those definitely were ransacked by your brother, 100%, unless you like eating potatoes. But there was also a lower amount of carrots that I could find too. So you would say this is your brother
Yes.
who did that? Okay.
How
So,
many
so,
bushels of
so,
carrot?
so, in conclusion, after finding hundreds and hundreds of surplus resources that used to be in the communal chest after the farm was replanted and after there were no potatoes left for the server, you're still agreeing that what's in your chest is your responsibility.
For the potatoes, I don't know exactly about that.
Well, I mean,
because
it's in your chest, so it's either they're your responsibility or your brother
there
is
was
your
potatoes in my
responsibility.
chest?
Yeah, shit tons of potatoes.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah, bushels.
bushels. I'm sorry, there are hundreds of potato bushels in your chest.
I
Huh?
don't see any.
All right,
Bushel.
but
I
again,
see in the evidence that was posted, I see
Mhm.
59 baked potatoes. That is it.
got it.
Unless I'm blind.
Well, if you
As
go
the
back,
evidence-
so the evidence would be that if you go back to the farm, you'll see that potatoes have been planted. But when I planted them, I was only able to plant 3 because that's all that was left in my own chest.
That I have no.
Yeah, the entire field of
Involvement
potatoes
with.
out there is from your chest. No further questions. You may return to the bench. Prosecution, would you like to make any closing statements, even though I did your whole fucking job? Do you have any witnesses before you go to statements?
No. Ferdy, can you say the N word?
Not only if he's called. Not
Snickers?
only if he's
Snickers?
called. Only if he's.
I'm-
Cannot.
I'm-
You cannot talk to the jury, sir. You must either summon them as a witness.
That's not
to
the jury. That's the
Jesus
crowd.
Christ.
Well, you need. Well, no, they're a jury. They're a jury. Everyone who sits in a courtroom is a jury if they're observing the trial. You can not talk to the jury. You can request a witness or declare a witness come to the stand, but you cannot talk to the jury.
Okay then.
Would you like to request a witness or summon a witness?
No, Your Honor.
Very well. Closing statements, please. Prosecution.
Your Honor, may I step up onto the bench?
Absolutely. You may approach. What? No, no,
Mwah.
you
My closing statement.
What?
Bribery,
I
attempted
was trying to sway the
bribery.
judge.
you must make a closing statement.
I just kissed you.
That's not a closing statement. That was.
Okay. All right, I'll do a genuine closing statement.
Thank you very much.
Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, through whatever the fuck this trial was, we have proven. Shut up. We have proven that Racc has been holding items that could be beneficial to the community.
Can't prove that.
We just did.
Defense, what is your closing statement, please?
Am I allowed to bring one more witness or someone to question?
Sure, that's
Witness. I don't know. Cookie. I bring
Hi.
Cookie to the stand.
fine. That witness was already called to the stand.
Okay, I have another question.
Uh,
A new
River,
question.
what-
right?
is that allowed in a courtroom? Can you recall a witness to the stand?
No.
I think so.
No.
I think you can.
He's lying.
I'm 100% sure
He's
you cannot.
lying.
This is
In this
Minecraft.
courtroom, you
Wow.
can.
Let's do it for the content.
I mean,
Do it for the content.
that's
Do it
fine.
for the content.
Very well. For the funny cookie, please approach the stand. Bailiff, you will have to re-swear him.
Fuck you.
Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear to tell nothing but the truth and not the truth.
I solemnly swear to tell nothing but the truth and the truth.
All right.
Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
So help me God.
There you go. That's how you do it, Didi.
I don't need to help you.
Defense, you may
Alright.
approach the witness.
All right, Mr. Witness, Mr. Antonio. So after discussing the questions that were thrown at me, I wanted to ask you, how did you happen to miss a new person joining if you were handling the logs? How could you miss something like that and misaccuse me?
What do you mean a new person joining?
How did you not see that there was another person on the server besides me?
Because I just didn't see it.
He didn't see it.
Ooh.
There you are. He didn't see it.
Sorry, who joined?
That's not how a real courtroom works.
My brother.
On his account?
This is what Captain went over. Yes.
On his oh, I just kind of assumed it was on your account.
Were you asleep?
Maybe.
Kinda.
Captain, that was all ruined. Cookie was asleep the whole time. Okay, that's all I got.
Okay.
Oh, that was.
Thank you, witness. You may return to the to the jury seats.
Prosecution doesn't have any questions.
Very well. No further questions. Closing statement already poorly delivered. Defense, you may make your closing statement.
I believe that by virtue of the judge, I should be proven that it was not me involved in the terrible handling of the community chest, and therefore I am innocent.
Very well. At this time, the jury will now deliberate between each other on a final verdict for Rat, and the specific charges are
Wow.
the specific charge. I mean, there's no real specific charge, but
Are we the jury?
you guys are the jury, yeah, for sure.
Am I the problem?
What
No,
every
you're
jury
not.
goes through. Are we the
Am I the problem?
Come on.
Are we the baddies?
problem. It's me. The jury will deliberate on a guilty or innocent verdict for SilentRacc under the crimes of mismanaging public resources or depriving certain resources from the general populace of the server and taking responsibility for the actions of an illegally invited guest. The prosecution, defense, myself, and the bailiff will all now... Actually, bailiff, you make sure they're in order. The prosecution, defense, and myself will now step out of the courtroom and will be returned in about 2 minutes for the deliberation of the verdict. Prosecution, defense, please follow me into this very strange place that I'm going to lead you.
Okay, so I joined the server and Racc called me a That was the first thing
Yeah,
he said. He
it's a
just put on his
separate case.
armor, just straight up hard R. I mean, I'm also inclined to
Wow.
believe at some point, considering the inventory in his house is probably larger than all of our houses combined, that I'm believed to at least go guilty on the hoarding charge. Not sure what you guys think.
Guilty.
Mm,
Innocent.
Well, the brother.
As-
Yeah, that's hoarding.
I mean, I thought about the brother, but like, you could at least separate their inventories or whatever.
The judge's story changed too much. So I'm
Yeah,
saying
the-
not guilty on every 3 account I have.
Yeah, I
No,
also
easy
say
to
not
throw this off.
guilty.
Tom and Texas are not bipartisan.
Wait,
For
Tom,
what?
you're not part of this.
Tom's not even here.
Yeah, yeah, I'm part
Zoom
of
doesn't
it.
count.
Yes, Doom. COVID-19.
Colin.
19.
We say guilty for not sharing enough.
The problem is we all have to be in agreement at the end of the day, unless
Oh,
otherwise we have
yeah.
a hung jury.
Well, how many? So we have 2 guilties.
Two. Wait, I'm for guilty. Cookie.
You're for guilty. Cookie's
Guilty.
guilty.
I'm
Well,
for guilty.
Gotcha.
3 guilties. How many non-guilty? No guilty. How
3
many?
non-guilties.
3 not. So wait, so 3 and 3.
Yeah,
Wait,
because
who's
I
the
have
3 that
3
are not guilty?
counts.
I'm not guilty.
3 counts my ass.
So 2 not guilties.
3.
Shut up, Texas.
Okay, wait. Texas, Tom, who else?
Probably his alt.
You have to be a sentient human being to count.
Oh shit.
So wait, what are the charges? What was Racc being charged for?
Mismanagement of
being
community
charged
resources.
for?
Yeah,
And
mismanagement
is
of
there
community
anything
resources.
else?
Yeah. Is bringing on a member or someone who's not a member of Cabin's Hour a charge?
No,
I
not
think they're
really, although
responsible for that.
It is ultimately Rack's fault the other person got in here.
So I guess there's only one. There's really only one charge. Then that's the mismanagement of resources.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
And
I
that
would
And
is
say
and he
ultimately
messed
his
up the farm, I guess. But I don't know if that kind of falls
And
under the
Racc
umbrella
did
of
say,
mismanagement
hold
of
on,
resources.
this is big. Racc did say he checked up on his brother's progress, which means he took no action to involve himself in managing the community resources himself or correcting the behavior.
He
So
checked up
mismanagement.
on his progress, though. It doesn't mean he checked up on his chest.
I
I
keep
think
looking.
that's
At,
exactly what that
Well,
means.
I keep looking.
wouldn't
I
it
keep
be
looking
illegal
around
to
like I think
check-
Tom
to
is
look
here.
at his
I'm- What the
items
fuck?
without his him?
Maybe Rack's brother is guilty.
I think
he's not up
Tom
for a trial.
and Texas shouldn't have the right to vote anymore.
What?
Oh,
All in
nah,
favor say
okay.
aye.
Don't you have to be 18 or older?
Aye.
I'm 18 or older.
Not anymore.
Yeah, but you're not in person. You're just a camera.
Zoom. It's COVID-19.
Okay,
Yeah, the camera's up here. I'm just gonna turn it off. Yeah.
Oh wow.
so guilty?
Guilty.
Yeah. Go.
Wow.
Guilty. Okay,
Guilty.
DD.
Right. So, what are the charges again? Hold up. Just to,
It's just
like,
mismanagement
whoever-
of community resources.
Just
That,
mismanagement of community
that
resources,
seems to be
And-
the only charge.
and not guilty of item hoarding.
No, that
No,
just
I guess that kind of falls under the umbrella,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, yeah.
not guilty
Of,
of anything.
of
Double guilty,
mismanagement
sounds
of
like.
community resources.
Okay, so guilty of all charges.
No, not guilty.
Shut up, Texas.
You lost your rights.
You lost.
Damn.
And your
All
left.
right. All right. I'm gonna go get them. Are you
Okay,
ready?
DD. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, go get them.
Go for it.
Rigged. This election is rigged.
Keep your mouth shut.
It's a fraud.
Initiation.
This was rigged.
And it's a change.
God, the judge is coming back. Shit, I gotta sit down.
Rack, get in your seat.
No food in the court, Cookie.
Yeah, no food in the court.
Wait.
Says
Yeah.
says the guy who
Gosh.
threw a chicken into.
Hey, that wasn't me.
All right. All right. Prosecution to bench, please resume your benches. Silent.
Oh,
My job.
you see?
Captain, did you see this?
Very good.
Captain, did
All
you
right.
see this hat?
Yeah, I know he wants to
Us?
talk to you privately. You don't get to talk to the
Us?
judge privately.
I got to
One
touch
minute.
what?
Within the time you have deliberated, there should be one juror that speaks on behalf of the entire jury. Will that juror please step forward and announce the verdict decision?
Which
Fuck,
one?
I'll go.
There
All
it is.
Do I just jump over? Oh, okay, never mind. Where do I go? Great, Your Honor, hello.
Hello.
On all charges brought up, we find the defendant guilty.
Interesting. Interesting. Very well. Thank you very much. The final decision is that SilentRacc is guilty for hoarding and mismanaging of community
I love
resources.
this game.
It's such a good game.
Verdict
Anyway,
deliver.
The
Your
verdict has been delivered. Yes, Cookie.
Fruity had one other problem.
What's the problem, Fruity?
What's the problem?
No, that problem cannot be brought up before the judge. That is a separate case.
Okay.
Okay. For the punishment for SilentRacc, I am going to defer to his girlfriend.
Oh no!
Wow.
Since there is no set procedure for this particular charge, we will refer to an expert.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Hello.
boyfriend has been
Yeah,
guilty.
we're phone patching in
Okay.
He's
the
like Tom.
expert. Is the expert here? Hello, can you hear me?
Oh, I thought you couldn't phone patch in.
Expert.
Am I the expert?
Yes, you're the expert. Hello, expert.
Oh,
This is the
okay.
judge. This is the judge of the Minecraft court. Your unfortunately, your boyfriend has been found guilty of some terrible, terrible things, and since this is the very first court case we've ever had, we are unsure as how to proceed in punishment. We are seeking your expert counsel for procedure. So, what do you
I
think that
don't-
we should do?
That's a good question.
I agree. That's why you're on the line. Thanks for joining us.
Well, like, do you want him to like
No, it's
a
not what about what
punishment
no,
or
no. It's not about what
you
I
want.
want. It's about what you think is right.
what I think is right?
Yes.
Well, I think he's a bad friend for stealing things if he was found guilty.
He was, yeah, he was found guilty. Terrible person. I can't believe you're dating him,
Terrible
but
person,
anyway,
I know.
continue.
Oh my god!
That's like in a nutshell.
That's a bit much.
It's racking a nut.
Ooh. Oh my god.
Anyway,
Cheers. I mean, he could give up all of his armor and supplies he currently has in all of his chests.
Yo.
My god!
that's
Threw him
pretty.
all the way under the bus.
And he has to like work for it back.
He has to work for it back. And Cookie, didn't you say he shouldn't really have any of it because he went on here without, the rest of us being here?
I did say that. Yes.
Yeah, I think it was pretty clear. Like, we're not supposed to log in without the rest of the
Yes,
group.
yes.
So
You're not supposed to log in without the rest of the group.
That's correct.
Put on
We
the
could just like evenly
That's
disperse it.
shitty. Not
into the
only did you break the rule, you stole all their shit.
We could evenly disperse the shit
Oh,
back into
yes.
the community, I guess.
yes,
Communism.
I think, yes, communism will reign in this court case.
Communism could win in this scenario.
You know what, expert, you have been surely an expert. This is very fair. Although I would say that we should not strip
Fair?
all of SilentRacc's possessions. I think he can assemble what he wants and put it into one chest, and the other
What
chest
he
must be
wants.
just.
He's not
His
gonna put anything in
armor-
there.
Minimum.
He can keep one chest worth of everything that he wants, but any other chest within his residence, which we have a search warrant for, can be distributed throughout the community.
Singular
Do-
chest or
Glad you
double
have the right
chest?
paperwork.
We sure do. Trust me.
Specify singular chest or double chest.
It is a double chest he can keep.
Okay.
Double
Good.
chest. Okay, so what I'm hearing is that you get a double chest full of everything you want, and the rest gets thrown back to the community.
Yes, that is correct.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Do you?
Do you want your
approve
friend back?
Well, first, do you
I mean,
find
That's
do you
up
find
to you.
do you
Wait, the
find the
stuff is?
conclusion of the case ethical and just?
I mean, it probably was his brother because his brother's a little snake. But I mean, since it is his,
Huh.
Well, the thing is,
his brother,
yeah, it is his brother. It was his brother,
but since
but
it's his brother, he can take the fall for it because it's his brother.
well,
he
that
should have
yeah,
known
that,
better.
that's part of the case that was prosecuted against him by me. The fact that he brought his brother to the server, and therefore he's responsible for what his brother does.
Yeah.
He's responsible for informing him of the things he can and cannot do.
Right. It's like when your mom tells you you can go hang out as long as you bring your little brother.
Exactly.
Right.
So, with
So-
that said, do you find the conclusion punishment
Yeah.
ethical and just?
I think it's fair.
Very well. That shall be
Yeah.
the punishment. Thank you very much. I appreciate your
course.
expert counsel.
Have fun.
Sure will.
Justice has been served this
Sure
day.
has. All right, Silent, are you here?
Off with his
Yes.
head.
This is awful.
All right.
No,
It is
no
all
capital
here.
punishment.
By the
Yep.
power vested in me, I find you guilty of everything we previously talked about. The punishment, I mean, there's not a charge. The punishment issued by your closest love has ethically determined and justly determined that you will be able to keep one full chest worth of
Double
any
chest.
and all items a double chest of all items that you wish to keep that you currently own. All other items other than the one chest will be distributed back to the community.
Single.
The jury is saying single.
Okay. I mean, half that
chest.
stuff.
No, double.
I
Okay.
feel like most of that stuff in my house, anyways, is his.
Perfect. Perfect.
So,
So,
I'll just
we'll
throw
take
his
all-
shit away.
Absolutely. That's
yeah.
100%
I'll take his
correct.
shit.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
fine.
Very well. This
Okay,
court is-
I'm fine with this.
Perfect. Court
Perfect.
is dismissed. We're all now headed to Racc's house, and he will enter first. No one else will enter his
The
residence before him.
mob. Mob justice.
When Silent is ready, he will tell us all to come into his house to take the rest of what he doesn't want.
Yeah,
I
we
was
gotta
gonna
let
say
him
we
in
have to let him in.
first before the mob enters.
Oh my god.
Wow, we really are a mob. Wait a second.
Oh,
I've
we're under
never
attack.
heard of that
We're under
fucking
attack.
Uh-oh.
Oh shit!
Get up!
Fight! Fight! We're a mob. We're an angry mob. We can take him.
really good though.
Injustice!
Don't let them get the house.
Oh,
There's
nice.
two. There's
There's
three.
one that's stuck on the roof.
Come at me, you bitch. Want some chicken? Yeah, let us never speak of that jury deliberation.
Oh, mine for like my first mock trial was a lot worse. So
Bro, yeah.
So you're saying that was an improvement?
speaking
I
to you
will.
at all.
You fuck.
It's coming.
God damn it.
Oh, it's coming. It's coming around for another pass.
Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Eat my bread. Bread power. Actually, this
Bread.
is potato.
Oh.
This is potato.
He went straight for DD.
This is potato.
Not surprised.
It was a nice house there, Racc.
Hello. I am.
Very nice house. A
Yeah,
lot of
nice house.
resources it took to build that house.
Brother's trying to join, but he has to change the versions.
Your brother's joining?
Oh, he's joining, is he?
Yeah.
Oh
Perfect.
boy.
Right.
Right.
I'll
he-
begin.
he's next.
We got another trial
Yeah,
on our
it's
hands,
Norm.
boys.
Okay. I
Rabble,
think I'm
rabble,
done.
rabble.
All right. Wait, is the chest of things you want to keep in the room at all?
I'm standing on it.
You're standing on it. Okay.
It's in the corner, it looks like.
This is gonna be a
Oh,
black
very
Friday
well.
deal.
May we enter your residence, Racc?
No.
Okay.
That's too bad.